Hello ma'am, my name is Delia from 11 Marketing 1. Now I want to storytelling about the Goose of Girl. Once upon a time, there lived a lovely princess named Anidori Kiladra Taliana Isli, or Ani, who was born in the kingdom of Kilendra. Annie has a strong relationship with her aunt. Little Annie spent the first years of her life listening to her aunt's stories and learned how to comfort with animals. As Annie grew up, she gradually learned of three important gifts: people speaking, animal speaking, and nature speaking. When her aunt left from the kingdom, Annie's mother, the queen, forbade Annie from getting near animals as she and the rest of Kildenry were terrified of animal speaker. Years passed by. Annie was struggling with her confidence as both crown princess and a future queen. Annie's life, that was always under her mother's shadow, made her feeling not confident to be the next queen. Things got worse when Annie's father passed away. At the funeral, the queen announced that her second child, Khalid, would become the next ruler. Feeling confused, Annie tried to confront the queen. Mother, I ask pardon for intruding so soon after the mourning period, but I must ask you about your statement some weeks ago, said Annie. Yes, my child, about Khalid. Sit down. Yes, Queen, asked Annie to sit. The queen asked Annie to sit and continue explaining. You remember? 5 years ago, we received a visit from the Prime Minister of Bayern. Annie nodded. Well, actually, according to our tradition, if it has to be the one of my kids to marry the Prince of Bayern, it should be the third child, Napralina. But she's too young. And you, my dear Annie, you're different. After the trouble with your aunt, I'm worried that people would never trust you, as the rumors of your being an animal speaker have sunk too deep, said the queen. Furious and upset, Annie had no other choice and was obligated to agree. Annie's ladies in waiting and the best friend, Celia, also confident to convince her to go to Bayer. Annie was crushed, but performed her duty and left Kildenry. However, another bad thing happens. On the way to Bayer, Annie began to feel alienated from Celia. Celia later took Annie's identity as the prince and seized Annie's power. After days wandering in the forest alone, Annie eventually stumbled on the house of Gilsa and her son, Finn. Gilsa told her, go to Bayer with Finn when the market opens. If you are fortunate, you will meet the king in person. Eventually, Annie and Finn went to the market to try to speak to the king. They met the king, but she ended up telling him that she was new to the city and had nowhere to go. Hence, the king assigned her to a goose girl. At first, as a goose girl, Annie struggled to connect with the other worker and geese. However, this changed when she met Anna, who worked with chicken, and Job as an injured goose that she nursed back to health. Over time, Annie built friendship with the worker, including with a man named Gary, who told her that he was the prince's guard. One day, Annie heard a really bad news from Anna. Annie, Kildare plans to attack Bayer, so the king has decided to attack Kildare first, told Anna. Annie realized in horror that this must be Celia's plans. In Bayer, wiped out Kildare, there would be no one who could prove her real identity, but she could not return to Kildare. The next morning, a group of the Scythe attacked the geese flock. Annie used her gift. She asked the wind to help, and it responded by picking up a large amount of dirt and attacking the thief. Because of her good deeds, Annie was hailed as a hero, but was horrified to know that the king would interview her for a reward. As she was afraid to meet Celia in the kingdom, she decided to escape. She returned to Gilza's house and by chance met Talone, her old guard. "I'm so happy to find you alive," said Annie, relieved. "I'm happy, also very happy to finally meet you again, Prince, and I really want to help you get your identity back," replies Talone. Then the two decide to confine the king of Annie's true identity. They rode to the kingdom and managed to meet the old prime minister. Soon after confirming her identity, she was informed that the prince and Celia were about to get married by the lake. Thus, Annie went to the lake to confront Celia. There she found out that the guard Garrick was actually the crown prince. A terrifying battle between Celia and Annie could not be avoided. Luckily, before Celia could kill Anna, Garrick intruded and helped Annie. Days later things quite down. Annie was called to prove that Kildare was not about to attack Bayer. She declared that she was the proof as the queen would never send her firstborn into an enemy camp before storming out. Garrick praises her for ending the war before it started. At the end, Annie and Garrick decide to get married. Garrick took her to a celebration where she was introduced as the official crown princess. Thank you, ma'am.